Hello and welcome to my Fremennik only Ironman. Those of you who are not familiar with me, I am Lemony Apple, and I've done a desert only Ironman just recently in the past. And after 30 episodes, I decided to make a new account and a new challenge restricted to the Relica and Fremennik Isle region. My main goal on the account is to go for the DK's rings, and after that I may expand into God Wars, but that's a long way away, so I'll wait and see how DK's goes first. There are a few quest exceptions and other exceptions made on the account. I'm going to throw some of them on the screen now. If you want to read over them, feel free to just pause the video and read those. But mainly, all the quests that I'm going to be doing just open up more areas in the Fremennik region, such as Fremennik Isles, and then Lunar Diplomacy opens up magic a lot for me as well, and some spells on that spell book that are going to be very useful in the future that I'll expand on later. For the Relica region, I'm going to open up the Relica Slayer Cave, and then Keldegrim is also going to count as well. I won't use any of the mine carts in there to get further away from Relica, but Keldegrim is important because it does have a bank and a lot of other resources that I need. But I'm not going to use it too often once I finish the Fremennik Trials quest, just because Keldegrim is the only place I can bank until I finish the Trials quest and open up some neighboring isles. So if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be looking at that over and over after this video comes up. But anyways, I hope everybody enjoys the Fremennik only Ironman. And there we go. So we just started the Fremennik Trials quest. I don't know why it scrolled down all the way. And I need to get 7 of the votes, but more importantly, I need to get a raw shark. So my first goal, and maybe even the longest goal, will be getting 76 fishing. That's why I got the harpoon, just so I can use the harpoon at level 30 for tuna, 50 at swordfish, and then 76 will be the sharks. But I will be using the small net until then. Before beginning my fishing grind, I did need to unlock Keldegrim with the Giant Dwarf quest, so I just need to watch this cutscene, and it will open me up to a bank so I can deposit all my items, because I don't really want to lose any of those essential items that I need. Then I'm going to just bring with me the small fishing net, and then I think I'll keep the harpoon in the bank until 30 and then come back for it. And I think I'm going to try cooking the food as well. It looks like there's a fire in the main hall in Relica, so I'm going to see if I can catch the shrimp and anchovies and cook them there. And if so, I can get a lot of cooking experience as well with this grind. Alright, the moment of truth. Looks like I can cook on this fire. And I can't, so I have to first finish the quest before I can use this. I have one more idea, so let me go ahead and see if I can go back to the bank, and then we'll see if that idea works better. Okay, so the new plan is going to be, I grabbed an axe and a tinderbox from the bank, so I'll cut maybe 3 or 4 logs at a time, bring them with me to the dock, and then every time I get a full inventory, just light the logs, and then just cook the fish, and then drop them. I do want to get some cooking experience, so I may not do this the entire time, but I'll do it for a fair amount of time just so I can get maybe like level 50 or 60 cooking. So I just went to Pier the Seer because I remembered that you can deposit items with him. At first I tried just doing the deposit item trick, but it said I needed to do the Fremy Easy Diary, so I thought that I was locked out from doing it. But there we go, I just deposited my whole inventory. I hope you can do this as many times as you need. I have a feeling you can't, but we'll end up seeing. Alright, well, I feel kind of dumb, and I'm going to hear about that in the comment section, but there we go. I guess I can bank all my fish that I catch, and then I can cook it later, so I don't have to worry about cutting logs or fire making or anything like that. So as long as I drop my net every time, I won't have any problems, but if I do leave my net in the inventory, it's going to be a long walk back to the bank. Okay, there's our first fishing milestone, level 15. We can now catch anchovies, so instead of getting just 10 experience per shrimp, I can now get 40 experience with every anchovy as well. Should pick up the levels a little bit quicker. There we have level 20 fishing. Level 20 fishing I think came a lot faster than going from 10 to 15. I think 15 to 20 was a lot quicker. As you can see, there's a lot of anchovies in my inventory, and they boost the XP so much. Level 25 fishing. And I just missed the level, but that's level 30 fishing, so 5 more levels and I can catch tuna. And there we go, level 35 fishing. That took about 3.5 hours to go from 1 to 35. I think I maxed out about 9k experience each time. Hopefully harpooning some tuna will get me a lot more experience. I just need to move over one dock over there. And another great thing that happened was not one time did I accidentally deposit my small fishing net. So let's run to the bank, grab the harpoon, and check how many shrimp and anchovy we caught in total. Back at the bank here, we picked up 752 shrimp and 356 anchovies. That's going to be a good start to my cooking experience. I think each one is 30 experience for both shrimp and anchovies. So all in all, I should get close to 30,000 with the burns that I get as well. But let's go ahead and grab the harpoon and head back to the docks. All right, and there we have level 40 fishing. I should have probably stayed with the net. I think it was faster XP just catching shrimp and anchovy than it was from 35 to 40 just harpooning. But I'm gonna stick with the harpoon now because I feel like it'll start going a little bit faster and the XP will start increasing. And there we have level 45 fishing. I wildly underestimated the amount of time this was gonna take. I thought I would finish these levels a lot quicker and my XP would be higher, but I guess maybe at like level 50 it'll start picking up XP pretty well, but as of right now it just is really slow. Alright, and there we go. That is probably the last milestone before hitting level 76, and that's going to be level 50 fishing. That opens up swordfish, so in theory I should be getting a lot more experience now. Not a ton more, but at least a little bit more to make it noticeable. I'm going to reset my counter and see what the XP is like at level 50. Well, with the upgrade to swordfish as well at level 50, I did get my experience rates up to about 15 to 20k an hour, which is a big difference from about 10k just catching tuna, but I'm still a long way away from level 76. But there is level 55 fishing. And there we have level 60 fishing. These levels are starting to take over an hour to get each one, and I know it's only going to get worse. I think I'm capping out at about 19k right now. Hopefully once I hit level 60 here, the XP will pick up to maybe 20, 21k. But either way, it's going to take me quite some time to get up to 76. At some point, I think I'm going to stop and probably kill some chickens or something, just to get my combat stats up, as well as I'm going to need to do that before I do Fremennik trials anyway. Alright, and there is level 70 fishing. This clip is about 2 weeks after my level 60 fishing clip. I've taken some time away as well as just playing a little bit on mobile. I think now I'm going to go and check the bank in Keldegrim first because I have not looked in the bank since level 35 fishing when I grabbed my harpoon. So just to see how much tuna and swordfish I already have banked, as well as I'm going to go and try and buy a few weapons and kill some chickens, get my combat stats up. I'm going to need that for the Fremennik Trials quest anyway. And then once I get some combat stats, I think I will try and finish up level 76 fishing. Let's go check the bank and see how much fish I have. Okay, let's take a look here in the bank, and it looks like we got almost 5,000 tuna and 3,200 raw swordfish, as well as I did catch 2 big swordfish. Checking on the wiki, it looks like they're 1 in 2,500, so I've gotten pretty lucky on those. I'd rather get a pet, so I have something to show for it, but overall can't be too mad about that. And then we also picked up 3k from random events, so there are some weapon shops here in Keldegrim that I can buy some weapons for. So I think I'm going to go and buy some weapons so I can train on chickens efficiently. So an interesting shop in Keldegrim up in the northwestern corner, it actually sells a rune longsword for 41k. So that might be my best in slot weapon that I can buy, and then I'll have to kind of look through some other things. I know you can get a dragon axe from the DKs, but I think this is going to be one of my main goals going forward, getting the rune longsword. The 41k should come fairly easily once I unlock the ice trolls up in Naesnat and Jatizo, just because they drop granite material as well as rune kite shield, so I can easily alch or sell those. But for now, I'm just going to start with the steel scimitar and the mithril sword. This should be what I'll need all the way up until I can get that rune longsword, just because I don't think I need to really waste it too much on getting adamant at all. So let's go and kill some chickens for a while. And with this final chicken kill, this is going to give me level 20 attack, strength, and defense, as well as 21 hit points, and all the bones got me up to level 17 prayer. So I think I'm going to stop there for now. Those are great stats for me to get Druidic Ritual done as well. I'm going to need more combat levels eventually, but I want to buy some armor And I'm going to try out rock crabs after this. Maybe I can kill one at a time. I have plenty of food once I cook it, so that's not really going to be an issue. But I think rock crabs would just be better overall experience. But the chickens will be very vital in getting level 43 prayer, as I will eventually need that as well for DKs. And in total, I got a couple of random events, so 5 rubies and just under 5k feathers. Not too bad for just killing chickens. Let's go ahead and deposit everything and go back to the docks for more fishing content. So I've been fishing for countless hours on this dock, and this is the first guy that I've seen here fishing, and he's bare hand fishing, so I'm not quite sure what he's doing. He just started to show up. He's got the full Addy on. He's finished Fremy Isle, so that's good, but I'm just so confused what he's doing here. These maze random events will be one of my best ways of getting runes early on until I can do lunar diplomacy, just because I need level 65 before I can even start the quest. So there are some chaos and death runes, not too bad. And there we have level 75 fishing. 1 level to go before hitting level 76. 125,000 experience needed. I'm getting about 22,000 experience an hour, so we're looking at about a little over 5.5 hours before I hit level 76. I haven't checked the bank since level 70, so I'm very curious once I hit 76 to see just how much tuna and swordfish I have. But here we go, the final countdown. Okay, and there we have it, level 76 fishing. So after about a 65 to 70 hour grind between catching shrimp, anchovies, and then tuna and swordfish, we get level 76 fishing, and we can now catch sharks. So it looks like I maxed out about 23,500 experience an hour. I didn't hit that high until maybe like level 70. When I first started catching tuna, I think I was getting around 10k an hour. So it slowly but surely went up. Maxed out around 23. At some points I hit about 24k an hour if I was getting really lucky. But now we can finally go and catch sharks. And there we go, our first shark, and that's going to be getting us through Fremennik trials. I think I'm going to go and deposit these fish and then do 1 inventory of sharks. From what I remember, it could take like 15 to 20 minutes for me to get a whole inventory. So I'll chime back in once I get that and let you know how long it took. Okay, and there is a full inventory of sharks. So it took me about 13 minutes to fill up that inventory, so about 1 every 30 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and deposit these, and I haven't checked the bank since level 70 fishing, so I'm curious to see just how many tuna and swordfish I have, and then after that we will start working on a plan for Fremy trials. Alright, and here we go. So we have 8,000 tuna and 6,300 swordfish. So about 15,000 total fish between the two, and then add another 1,000 for the shrimp and anchovy, so about 16,000 total fish. And that's going to take quite some time to cook. I don't know if I can light a fire in Keldegrim. I'm actually going to test that out right now, just because there's no range in Keldegrim, and I thought there was. I don't think this is going to work, but it's worth a shot. Otherwise, okay, so that's actually really good. So if I chop logs, then I can fill up a few inventories and bring them back here, and then kind of get cooking that way. I'm not going to cook all 15,000 fish at once. I do want to cook all the way up to swordfish because I think swordfish will be my best in slot food for a while. I do need level 80 cooking for sharks, and I don't think the fish I have is enough. It'll probably get me close to 77 or 78. I'll have to do the math, but I'm not too sure what the burn rate is going to be. But anyways, I'm going to go and knock out a few pieces of Fremy trials. I kind of forgot all my goals that I had set out because it took me quite some time to do the fishing. I didn't anticipate it taking that long, but I'm glad it's over with, and now we can actually start the account now. I decided to get some cooking levels before I went back out there, so I got level 30 cooking. That's going to allow me to cook tuna, so I don't die to any grizzly bears or unicorns on the way back to Relica, and it's just a better food to have than shrimp. Alright, so I've finished 3 of the 7 votes so far. 3 of the remaining 4 do require me to fight and kill something, so I'll need to get my combat stats up for that just because base 20s are not going to get me very far. I need to kill a level 69 from the huntsman. I need to complete the warrior challenges, so I need to kill the first 3 phases. I can die on the 4th one, that's fine. And then for the bard one, I do need to kill Lanzig for a liar drop. So I'll need to get my combat stats up for that, and then the last one will be Pier the Seer. I don't want to do that one yet because I think when I complete it, I lose the deposit option until I get the Fremennik Easy Trials, Fremennik Easy Diaries done. So I'm going to hold off on that, but I'm going to go run back to the bank in Keldegrim, grab some combat gear, and then head back to chickens for a while. Alright, that's going to do it for episode 1 of my Fremennik only Ironman series. I'd like to thank everybody that's made it this far in the video. I know these longer videos are sometimes hard to sit all the way through, but if you made it this far, a like would be very much appreciated. It would really give me a gauge on how everybody's enjoying the series. And then if you do have any questions or comments, feel free to leave that down below. I'll read over all of them and respond to any questions that are there. I really did enjoy making this very first episode here. It's a lot different than the desert, so it is just kind of a change of pace. And I really love doing the early game content, so I think the first couple episodes are going to be really enjoyable for me to get to before I get into some really long grinds. I know the fishing grind was pretty long, but luckily I did have to do some desert only stuff on that account as well, so I was able to fish AFK for quite some time. But if you did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like. If you're new here, subscription would be very much appreciated. It supports the channel in the best way possible. And I would say stay tuned for episode 2 of my Fremennik only Ironman.